Hey Fire Peeps, I'm Melanie Florence and this is Hot Tea for the Soul, our weekly edition, so the weekly hot tea, right? So, I've been busy, we did the full moon and I got a whole heap of different reads that I got coming up for us. Today's going to be a greenwood, the simple greenwood that comes, which is the weekly, which is what I'm doing, and after that I'll do the star signs individually, all right, at the end. So, I'm going to start with the Dreamtime. This is a Dreamtime reading cards deck, and so this is connected to the ancient DNA of Australia. Ooh. You know, I have got so many things going on. I've got Jack's Treehouse and I've been doing a bit of stuff with that, and been networking this week. Oh, what have we got? Butterfly, like a social butterfly. This week has been social butterfly weather. All right, but that's not what this is saying. This is saying beauty. All right, so we're going to stop in the moment, have a look at the beauty and the beauty that surrounds us. And, you know, when we're living in the moment and when we're in a rush, sometimes we need to take a moment to, you know, bathe ourselves in the beauty. Maybe it's time to look after yourself. Like maybe it's time that you go and find a little bit of nature's beauty out there and take a moment to stop. Chase the butterflies. This feels like a chasing the butterflies, social butterfly, or chasing the butterflies sort of card to me. That's what I'm getting from there, from our butterfly. And so next I've got, I've got the Australian Wildflower, but I am going to do the reading from the book for the Australian Wildflower because I like to see what they actually say. Still getting to know these decks. All right, so if you have seen my self-love pyramid, that is the reading that I do for private readings if you want a pick and flick, like clips. And so I send you pics of it as it builds up and I send you clips. So if you're interested, you can get one of those for 75 bucks. $75 Australian dollars, but I send it through to you. You can read it in your own time. You can watch the videos in your own time. All right, so what have we got? Development. Ooh, so we've got beauty and development. I'm going to bend down. I bought this pantsuit. It's a shorty pantsuit yesterday. I'm so happy with it. Ooh, might stay in it forever. All right, 5 corners. This is a 5 corners. This is what this is called, development. This is what this flower is. Let's see what it says. Okay, development. So to go along with beauty. Personal development is indicated by the 5 corners flower. If you imagine the fruit with the bottom corners indicating legs, the side corners arms, then it follows to the top. You will represent your head. Ooh, so got to do with the fruit. The fruit. The energy surrounding this flower concerns the development of self-awareness and alignment. So stopping to see the beauty, self of being congruent. Events that have been occurring may indeed be character building, but look at the opportunities to develop even further. Now is the time to make plans to be confident about your future and yourself. Be careful of impulsive actions. Have a plan B when making plans. All right, so don't just think down one. They might go this way, they might hit an obstacle, you'll get the next plan, so you need to be able to develop further from the things that come, the challenges. Look at them as a way to develop and go, all right, if I have to do that, that will make this and this go well. You know, sometimes you've got to look at the good outcome. All right, so have a plan B. As a healer, 5 corners boosts self-esteem and assists in personal development and life purpose explorations. So there was a strong you know, current in the moon reading last night about, you know, ask yourself, what is it? What is it? What's that core thing? Ask yourself, answer the question. What do you want to do? All right, so development. Where do you want to move with purpose inside of this fire, people? Okay, so to go with this, I have a bit of earth magic as per usual. Let's see what earth magic has got to say for the fire peeps this week. All right, if you're new to my channel, I do them in elements. So fire for our passion and our spirit. Look at this. This is Dreamtime creation. So this goes along. We've got our beauty and our development and really creating and recreating, connecting to your ancestral memory perhaps. You know, really embracing that dream. And it's really important to redream. If you got to a spot where you're like, did do that or didn't do that, it's time to redream sometimes, all right? So you can recreate and you can develop. All right, so this is a real creation. You're in a real creative spot, development and beauty. And there was another card that jumped. Ooh, we got rain. So this also being congruent is about being integral. And it's like, you know, that really spending your time to purify. This is the time to purify perhaps what your ideas are while you're going through this. It's filtering through. The rain filters through and purifies as it goes through the rocks. But he's outside. He's going to be like that now for the whole reading. But sorry if you can hear the cat crying out the door. But this is sort of going to be, it's a purification process that you're going through in this development and the beauty. All right, fire people, that's nice. I'm going to give us one from the Unknown Archer text. And so what have we got? I've got two. All right, so we've got this womb. This is this womb of this idea, this creation, this development, this beauty of you. This is all feeling very self-lovish, but this, and we have the I do a self-love pyramid like this. You know, this is a womb. This is a fertile idea. You're going through a period where you're creating and you're developing, right? And seeing the beauty in the world around us. There's an abundance. All right, and the rocks, the stone. We've got two pyramids there, one way and the other. Look, this is information coming down and in, and this is sort of coming in and applying it to the world. And this is actually how I sort of see. All right, so this is how I see the what do you call it? The magician. The magician has everything come down and then, you know, from inspiration from the world while in the womb. And the stone is a bit like, this is the way that the green man applies it to the world. So he gets the inspiration in and applies it to the world, sort of thing, where this inspiration comes down into spirit for you to apply into your idea in the womb. So it's really interesting, those two cards have jumped out, because that's sort of how I was given flashes about how inspiration works, sort of spiritual inspiration and practical inspiration in the world. Okay. Ooh, that's deep. That's interesting. So this is a time of manifesting on both levels. Manifesting in, getting the inspiration in, and then being able to apply it to the world, like a rock, like a stone. Thank you very much for that. All right, fire peeps. I don't have many fire peeps watch these, so whoever this is probably personal for you if you're the one person who watches this week. All right, so I'm going to do Greenwood reading. So I'm going to turn it down. This starts with the present state, and it sort of flows through to, you know, an outcome. It'll go through your challenges, and this is the Greenwood reading. So it gives us our subconscious, our conscious, what's going on. All right, thank you for being here. I'm going to turn this down, and we'll see you after. All right, so. Right. Let's see what we got. What's the Greenwood got for? Ooh, right. This is your present state. So this card is about making your money. This is like a manifestation card. This is really manifesting. This is taking and bringing something into the world. This is a creation card. All right, this is very physical. This is a stone, so we're talking about the earthly plane and material world, and it's really like, you know, this card actually says exploitation, and this is really about putting yourself out into the world to make your money, to really manifest and get what you want. All right, strong manifestation is your present state and where you're at. So you could be focusing on how to create, how to make your money. All right, so this is your spiritual mediator. So it's the next card that, maybe I should turn it that way. All right, let's see. All right, so this is your spiritual, this is your present state, this is your spiritual mediator. It's like shortstop, really. It's the next card that is, you know, the energy that's surrounding you. All right, so we got justice. All right, what you put in is what you get out. This is the ultimate karma card in the deck. There's a couple of others, but this one really is, you know, the efforts of what your tree is, what you have built of yourself, you know, so what this, your exploitation is based around, maybe is your labors, is the justice for the results of your work, sort of thing. And that you know, this is a really, if I've been a good person, I'm going to get it back. If I haven't been a good person, I'm going to get it back. But this is a real karma card. And so it might be around you that you're feeling the justice of the world sit and come your way. Or that's your intent to put in something and get what you're going to put in, what you're going to get out. All right, the next card is your conscious will. It's what you consciously think about what's going on. Oof. Oh, bored. This is coming up a lot recently. All right, so I think that this is, The bottom is a really interesting card. This is the only card in the whole deck that it pours the cups, it pours water out of the cups like this, and it's sort of filtering it, and it's recycling this water as and refining it as it goes in. And we see that the heart, which is the ace, which is the queen of arrows, she's drinking from this. She's thinking, and we are nourishing. So, but we've removed the emotions. We're recycling that. So you might be going through emotions from the past. I just see this as a rest card in your emotions. I see this as no drama llama, right? You're just thinking. It may not be exciting, but that's sort of how you feel about it. A little bit bored. All right, so that's this sort of saying you got the cups of joy, but it's you're not. It's finding the joy. All right, so the next card is the driving force. It's the driving force of the situation. What's pushing it along? What's the source of your power? I have the power. What's the source of the power for the fire people? Rest. So this is the same. This is what I was saying. These are rest cards. 4 are usually rest. You do 1, 2, 3 rest, and it's sort of the same with the next. It's like 5, 6. You know, you get over the hurdle. 7 is also a healing card. All right. So we got rest. This is actually resting your mind, fire people. All right. So you've stopped it ticking over. You've stopped being insecure. You actually are finding a meditative spot. That's what you want, is a spot where this is not turning over, that the thoughts aren't overriding the actuality of the practical world or your emotional world. But this is a time of meditation to really retreat to yourself, and that's what you want. You want the thoughts to stop running and be able to apply your world and let things to come out. It's a great position to really stand from. The next card is our unconscious empathy. So we've got our conscious will, a bit bored. What do you unconsciously want from this situation? Fire peeps. Ooh. This is to come out a bit grounded. All right, so this is about our earthy queen. This is really she's got her things in order. So this could be somebody that you are looking at, that you might be involved with, or that you aspire to be. This is, this really earthy queen that is like, I am not worried, I've got my bills under control, I've got the larder full, I'm looking after the kids, I'm really quite confident in where I'm sitting. It's sensual, it's sexy, and she's quite grounded inside there. So you're looking for a bit of grounding inside of this, not so emotional, not so thought driven. This is a nice grounded spot that you're looking for inside of this, that earthy connection to that feminine earthy connection. All right, so the next card we have is the challenge. What's the challenge? What's the challenge for the fire peeps this week? All right, for my one fire peep, the challenge is physical challenge. So this is a get off your ass vibe. This is really make your money. This is really get out there and do it for yourself. If you've got a field that needs to be cleared, it's you. All right, take on the challenge. The challenge is to take on the challenge, fire peeps. Not sit on the laurels, not sit on this spot. You're not driven by emotions. You're not being driven by nervous energy. This is really, the challenge is to jump in and perhaps actually action. This is an action card. All right, take action about your money, take actions about your inspiration. All right, because we've got Saturn and, sorry, I just got low battery in there. Sorry, guys. Whatever happened just then, I'm going to put the lead in because it was sitting right there like it should be charged, and sorry. All right, so things happen in there, huh? All right, so physical challenge. So physical challenge is your challenge. Just take it on, make it what you want. Actually, take that inspiration from Jupiter and drive it with the Saturn like purpose and karma, also karma, to put it in. And that's your challenge, is to get up and actually take on the challenge. All right, what's the healing element? What's the healing element for the fire peeps this week? I've got a lot of development in here, and the creation and purification you've gone through. It's looking at the beauty of you and what you do. What do we got? Change. Wheel of Fortune. The wheel spins and where it lands, and sometimes we spin it and we choose, and this is sort of really about what you hold on to and what you let go. And things have a season, and some things you let go of, and some people, you meet, and it adds color and it takes, and you let go. So this is about a season of learning to let go of some of the things. And, sometimes we fight to keep things that have already sort of left our colors. All right, and we're trying to look for the thread and put the thread back in. Sometimes this is about what to hold on to and what to let go. And there's going to be a real moment in that you'll see the cycle, because this is your healing element. So it's going to show you what your physical work, your physical labor is churning things, is churning that justice wheel. All right, so what have we got? Next card is outcome, general outcome for the Fire Peeps this week. What's the general outcome? All right, there's something beautiful inside of this. The stone and the womb, we've got this balance inside of there. All right, so there's a real grounding energy going inside of this, even with your creation. What have we got, Fire Peeps? We've got the spark of life of the outcome. This is fantastic. This is the Ace of Wands. This is kapow. If there's kapow energy in the deck, this is it. Bang, new beginning. All right, this is a new beginning of faith, passion, everything. What you're going to put in, you're going to see the world change. You know, you're going to see your exploits coming your way, and all of this challenge and this physical challenge that you've had to go through for this development and this creation. All right, you're going to see this new, passionate new beginning for you. All right, so that gives us a general outcome overall. What I'm going to do is individual star signs. So let me see what we got for you. So I'm going to start with Aries. I was going to turn it up and turn you back to me because I know you love to say hi, but you know what? I'm just going to leave it down the card so you can see it because that's sort of the purpose. All right, so first card up for Aries, we have the Knight of Cups. So this is a really emotional challenge. This guy is, you know, he's the champion of love. You know, when the lady gave her token, this guy would take it on and fight for valor, her valor. Like, this is a guy who will keep fighting upstream to get to his happiness. You know, this is a happiness. This is in the reunion card, so back to the childhood, perhaps connected, or this is that of happiness, but he will keep going up that river until he gets that happiness. This knight is very champion of the heart. Oh, opposed to this knight, who is a bit frisky. So you might have these two energies going on. This is a fire sign, fire element dude, opposed to a water element dude. This guy is still searching. This is searching for, and he's not ready to settle down. This guy's searching for his heart and love connections. This guy's not ready to settle down. He's still searching for what he believes in, and he's still searching about what his spirit's available to, and what and he'll keep searching. He's got a divining rod here, and that's that really curious fox, you know, that's really searching here and there. So we've got this combination, and that could be you, Aries. You're holding both of that combination, or you could have those two people in your life. Oops, let me put it over there. Alright, so I'll put it over your challenge, which is physical challenge, remember that. Alright, one more for the Aries. What have we got for this week? Alright. What have we got for the fire sign? So, this came up a lot in the full moon last night, believe it or not. Came up several times in the full moon reading. This is a dreaming spot. This is a really dreamy spot. And I can understand that these two cards here in that case, because this is our real loving sort of night, and this is our real inspired sort of night. And so that combination really sits inside of this card, where we're dreaming about what that is, what we want from our heart, what we want from our spirit, and that combination sitting together. So it's taking a little time. It might be a little bit murky, but it's sitting there. It's a gestation period just here between, or you might be, I don't know, you could have two guys in your life, and then under the new moon. All right, so there's a lot of loving energy inside of this, though, I feel, and it's got to do with the spark of life. So for me, this is probably Aries that you actually are feeling those two impulses as a knight to be driven inside of this challenge, and it's really about a dreamscape for you, working out what it is that fulfills all your dreams inside of there. What is that nurturing thing that you want in that womb that sort of goes with this womb card just there, this moon, the moon in the womb. Sort of go together just there. All right, Aries, thanks for being here. We'll catch you later. I'll catch you next week, maybe. I've got other reads coming up as well. Excuse me. All right, so the next I have is Leo. All right, Leo, what do we got? Straight up. Wow, I just came out of Aries with the moon, and you guys direct have got the opposite, the sun. All right, Leo, this actually is a very Leo card. This is opening up to the universe. This is really, you know, opening up to the energy of the world. You're going to have the sun is going to shine on your endeavors. You know, this is a real strong energy to go with this spark of life, and you've put yourself in a position. This is really about manifestation, and this card here, it's giving it you know, you're going to have that energy. You're going to feel the sunlight in your life, and you're going to feel how that implies. It's this really open energy that you're part of the cosmos and everything that we are bathed inside of. All right, Leo, that's first. Let's go there. Seem to be putting it over the challenge. All right. 2 more cards for Leo. What have we got going on this week for Leo? What have we got going on for Leo? Ooh, so this is a building blocks and stepping stones card, believe it or not. It's the devil, the guardian. But this is about, like, you know, not being afraid of your skeletons, not being able to walk past your fears, being able to walk past the fears of your life, being able to explore that underground, that development of you. You know, what you put in as building blocks and stepping stones can't be knocked back. The stairs are built from the bottom up, and you make sure that you make the first one, then you make the next one, then you make the next one. And that's what the guardian asks of you as you go through this, that you really firm up your steps and you really deal with your skeletons in your closet as you go. The sun is shining on your life, Leo, but it's also asking you to just take that time. You might be tempted by things in this time frame. All right, this is a real temptation card if you're, you know, there's a lot going on. So this is really about, though, you know, working out how to work with our inner darkest parts as well as our lightest parts inside. You've got to be balanced in there. All right, so one more for Leo. All right, so this is clearance. So this is clearance. I see this as spiritual back burning. This is letting go of stuff from the past. So when we're going through this new sparkle of life and your explosion and your expansion and your develop here, you're creating, and this is letting go. So you don't have to be the sum total of what you were yesterday, last week, the week before. You are the sum total of what you believe now, and you're allowed to change those beliefs. You're allowed to get new information that actually expands on those beliefs. You're allowed to say, I don't believe in any of that, and I'm going to believe in something different. All right, this is really going through and trimming down and doing the pruning on your old limbs that are no longer serving, and, you know, and taking those and doing a bit of spiritual backburning of your spiritual garden. All right, so taking the steps to, you know, to go. I'm healing perhaps from the beliefs I had before that are no longer congruent to me. Right, congruent is a massive word for me, and that's been the word that was repeated in my head before I started this channel for about 3 years. So this is about being congruent to you, authentic and congruent. All right, so, and that's what you're being tested. It's like, let go of some of these old beliefs. They're not serving you. You got a lot of sun in your life, all right? And so some of these demons, some of these scary things are the things that you need to let go of, Leo. All right, and this clearance to let go of. All right, Leo. Perfect. You're allowed to grow, and that's what this is about. Let go of the things that you, when you go through this path, let go of the things that you realize no longer serve you. It's a healing when you let go. Let go of ideas of yourself that other people have had that you have assumed of yourself. That there, those ideas of you, you're allowed to be who you want, Leo. Okay, so the next in is Sagittarius. What do we got for Sagittarius? One. Ooh. Generosity. All right, so the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is about generosity. Look, and 8 is the rebirth. All right, so inside of this circumstance, when you have been taking on this challenge and you've been really putting yourself out there for some justice and some grounding, because you've got this inspired development that you've got going on, right? This is going to be showing that you've got this abundance of love around you. This is like the play it forward card, I guess, where your cup is full, you're filling somebody else's cup, somebody else is tipping stuff into your cup. It's really not social distancing friendly, but literally it's about, you know, everybody filling each other's hearts, and you'll feel the generosity of your community around you. All right, because this is a Plymouth. This is a great spot to go into, because this is after a rebirth. We hit this spot where we, you know, can really reach out into the world. Sagittarius. Okay. See the generosity around you and the abundance of emotion. Okay, and there's going to be messages. It might be messages of love. You might have a lot of people talking to you this week, Sagittarius. All right, so as you're putting yourself out here and you're exploiting yourself and you really have taking your time to be a bit grounded in all of this, you're going to see that I think a lot of people are going to be expressing themselves. This could be an air element child, this page of arrows. All right, but we're really talking about a lot of communication. The moment I see that card, I automatically start talking quicker. And so more texts, more phone calls, more emails, but I think you'll find that they're quite loving. You might get this loving energy back from this input that you're putting in, that you've relaxed your mind. All right, one more for Sagittarius. What do I got? What do I got for Sagittarius? One more to go. Oh, I'm going to take that top 7. All right. So inside of all of this, you might still feel like there's a spot that you're letting go, and this is letting go of this past. You might still challenge in everything that you've gone through. The good thing about mourning, it is one step past the action, all right? We sort of, when we get into grief, we're past the actual incident of it. All right, so this is a healing card. Again, it's a 7, so we're really talking about, like, you know, that spot where we, you're going to get that one too. But where we go through that process of letting go of something, we're able to process it inside of this. And there's rituals inside of healing, inside of here. So you might be feeling the generosity. Maybe there has been an incident that something has gone on for you, Sagittarius, because there might be communications of love while you're going through this period and through this time. What I do need to tell you is it is backed with strength, and this again has communication elements in it, but we're really still talking about that generosity of the heart repeated in here, this bowl, this cup, that really is our sustaining, our heart. So inside of this circumstance, Sagittarius, we've actually got, you know, you might be going through some sort of grieving period where people are around you and are communicating their heart, and that's actually going to show you the strength. Oh, Sagittarius, that's really special. Nice. I hope that you have a really great week. Thank you for being here, and I will catch you on the flip side. Thank you very much.